And it seems like our opponent has a tough hand, trying to decide if he wants to keep or mulligan. Any mulligans. Sucks for him, good for us. And we are off to the races. Oh, and we're against White Weenie. Nice. So considering this is such a tempo-orientated matchup, and we're not really set up to perfectly curve out, because we don't have a third land, I think that I would actually rather just crack the glue and dig for our land drop. And probably attack here. The attack is basically free because it's always or almost always beneficial for our opponent to flip his down Gossipmonger on his turn, and he won't attack. But we really just want to hit our land drops and cast this Collected Company. The most likely way we fall behind is just by not hitting our land drops. Ojutai wouldn't attack. And that was actually a great land. Oh, so this is perfect mana now. Alright, we are cooking with gas. Jeez. Things turned around real fast. Alright, so hopefully we don't get hit by Declaration in Stone. If we don't get hit by Declaration of Stone, we're basically setting up a pretty solid defense. Thauzutan is going to make these Thraben Inspectors into 2/3s. And then the Collected Company follow-up should be pretty nice. Man, Thauzutan is so sick. What a beastly card. The thing that's also nice is I could potentially double block this Incited Rabble with the True Inspectors. Ugh, never mind. Well, at least I got a lot of cute clues. I think I will take the damage, even though it's scary. And I just have to hit something good off this Collected Company. If I can stabilize, I've got a lot of card advantage. Just need some board presence. As long as I can hit two creatures off this Collected Company, Thauzutan will be a 3/3, which means it'll trump these Dragon Hunters in combat. That's the reason I didn't want to block. Basically paying life for the potential of board presence. I could just whiff on the Collected Company though, and then I'll just be dead. My opponent respects the two humans off the Collected Company, as he should. Oh! We hit the jackpot! Oh my god! Insane! Well, that's just unreal. So the two new ones are going to be 3/3s, and the old one is going to be a 5/5. It's absolutely insane. So now we get to eat this Incited Rabble. Gobble it up. Delicious. Oh my god. That Collected Company put 10 power and toughness on the board. We had a 1/1 Thalia Lieutenant, and now we have a 5/5, a 3/3, and a 3/3. That is unreal. Oh my god. Holy cow. Now we just get to add more to the board. This is just gross. Bless me. Sorry about that. And now we get to bash for literally $1 million. Can you count this high? I can't. 5 plus 5 plus 7 on turn 5? Too soon to do math like that. Wow, unreal. My opponent doesn't block, he goes to 2. See, if my opponent is always watching, he can do 9, 12 damage to me if I don't block with anything. Doesn't credit. Wow, that was just unreal. Blowout City. Yeah, sure, whatever. You have 4 creatures. I have 5. Even my 2/2 is a lethal threat. I will take 12. 3, 6, 9, 11. Yeah, I'll just take 12 and kill you on the crackback. So sick if you had like a 1 mana +2/+2 combat trick. That'd be insane. Ooh, so he's not dead. Well, let's crack some clues. 6. Well, I guess this means I will actually have to block. Maybe I shouldn't have cracked a clue. Yeah, my opponent is he's gonna lose 3 creatures here, so that's good. If I draw on, let's see, I had Reflector Mage and Dromoka's command to draw to, that would have been really good there. It's only 8 cards. Probably should have just played my 2 creatures. But I do have to worry about like a top deck Griff's Boon, so going for the win I think maybe is fairly legit. Ooh, and the Anointer goes down. One thing that is nice is none of my blockers are the same name, so I won't get blown out by Declaration in Stone. Griff's Boon would still... Oh, and he has Griff's Boon. Jeez. Oh. I guess there's nothing I could have really done differently. I could have blocked with these, I guess. But I don't think that would have been that good. Wow, I can't believe I'm dying. Oh, that stinks. Oh, well, on to the next game. And he sees the play. Alright, well, we do get to do some fancy stuff post-board. So, some of the cards that I really like in the matchup are Tragic Arrogance, because it helps you catch up when you're behind, and Avacyn, because it, like, you can use it with Dromoka's command to flip it, and it also protects you from the Griff's Boon shenanigans. Ojutai's command is also quite nice as a source of life gain. So we have 7 cards that we need to... Oh, and then just to make it so that it's easier to hit the 5 drops, take out Nissa. So even though Thau's Lieutenant and Collected Company were amazing that game because I'm bringing in so many cards that are not good with Collected Company and are not really part of the human theme. Like all the sideboard cards I brought in don't get hit off Collected Company and don't really interact well with Thal's Lieutenant. So I bring these in because they're all better when I'm behind. And I get to bring in these big things without raising my curve too much. So that's what I'm going to do, and hopefully it works out well. Still can't believe I lost that game. I didn't really want to block because I wanted to threaten lethal on the following turn. So he only had one card in hand, and it ended up being a creature. One advantage I do have is I think my deck is quite a bit more consistent than theirs. See these white weenie players mulligan a lot. This is a good start also. Thraben Inspector into Pacifist. Dromoka's command back up as I quit the brick wall. Particularly good against always watching. Thalia Lieutenant is a perfect target for Dromoka's command. I'm actually just gonna go bash. I do want to. I mean, with this Tragic Arrogance, I kind of want to provoke a racing scenario. As well as the fact that I just have a 4/4. Like he's gonna attack me for 2. Now I might need to pump the brakes for that thing. He's pretty annoying. Ooh, that's good. Really like a land though. The fact that I don't have a land is actually a little bit of a problem. Guess I can just say go and flip my Pacifist. My opponent doesn't really have any good attacks with this Pacifist. It actually would have been really scary if my opponent played a 5th land and then cast Declaration of Stone on my Lambholt Pacifist, because that would mean that, like, oh, there it is. Well, I do get to get rid of this Kithion and hold my opponent's team at bay, but really wanted to hold on to that Lambholt Pacifist. Alright, now my opponent's out of cards. Got him right where I want him. Really need lands, though. So I think I'm going to play one of these, and then on the following turn, I really got to start cracking clues and looking for land drops. My opponent plays like an always watching here. It's pretty bad news. I'm hoping that my opponent just has like another random dork. I mean, this isn't the end of the world, to be honest. Like, as long as I hit my land drops, I'll be fine. And we did. Perfect. So I think I just want to crack my clues and not play my Tireless Tracker. And just dig for lands so that I can play Avacyn end of turn next turn and then just like Tragic Arrogance at my convenience. I should be in pretty good shape on my next turn. I assume that between this clue and my draw step, I'm going to find my 5th land. Alright, fine, I'll block. I'm going to make him use all his mana. Oh, come on, where's the thing up? Well, my opponent does have more lands than I do. So this will be my land drop. And let's see. I think I would like another random blocker. So I'll be taking another hit from this Griff's Boon, but hopefully my opponent doesn't have any other good attacks this turn. And I can... Nice. So I'm going to be able to go into next turn with a decent board. And this Archangel. Now my Pacifist gets to flip again. Pacifist is flipping every day. And the creatures that I have on the board are basically expendable. So there's a good chance I just fire off this Tragic Arrogance on my untap step. It just puts my opponent in such a bad position. I wonder if he has like a Stasis Snare. Be pretty amazing. I also just have Declaration in Stone. Either way, I think it's fine to do this here. And if my opponent doesn't deal with this Avacyn, he is dead. Oh, you're dead. You are so dead. I'll attack with everything. Let's see what you do. If he chump blocks with too much, then I don't even have to Tragic Arrogance. If he doesn't block with enough, then I just put on a really fast clock. Wow, just nothing. Well, now he's just toast. Avacyn is going to kill him. And that is game, folks. Going Avacyn into Tragic Arrogance is literally my favorite thing to do. God, I love doing that. So great. So sick. And we did it. Me and Avacyn. Alright, on the draw, not going to do anything different. I'm just going to hope that everything goes swell. Now that my opponent knows that I have Tragic Arrogance, we may see him play a little differently. One thing that's pretty amazing is a lot of these hands are like kind of awkward with the opening lands. But the Thraben Inspector just smooths everything out. Gets the ball rolling nice and soon. Like here, even if I don't draw a green land on my turn, I can still crack the clue and then play a Reflector Mage and basically just not be too far behind. My opponent's got a good draw. Taking a lot of damage off his lands. So... So the question is, do I want to play this Knight of the White Orchid? It fixes my mana, which is pretty relevant. But I think I should play it as a blocker. I have like enough plays with my Reflector Mage and like any random land, and I can play Avacyn, and I have the clue as a redraw, so I think that I'll have an opportunity to find green mana later. And that I just want to make sure that I keep playing stuff every turn. I will double block this. The other thing is I could have saved my Knight of the White Orchid. My opponent might have just stayed on 2 lands. I mean, these mono white aggro decks generally play like 16 lands or something insane like that. Yep. Oh, and I just hit my land anyway. That's cool. I'm still gonna play the Reflector Mage though. Get that Griff's Boon out here. Stop the bleeding. Yeah, now we're all set. Next turn, we get to play Lambholt Pacifist and crack a clue. And then we'll have Avacyn, and Avacyn can not only be a good defense, but also be a good offense. Avacyn's just such a good card. So good. Oh, Tracker. Tracker's nice. Actually, do I want to? Yeah, I want to play the Tracker. I do. I'll trade him away. If I like get my clue out of it and then trade him away, that's fine. I've got other trackers to get great cards out of. Don't need to go infinite. Possible my opponent doesn't make a big attack this turn either. Actually, I probably don't want to trade my tracker just because oh man, this is great for me. This is insane too, because if my opponent doesn't attack, I can actually just not cast my Avacyn and start cracking these clues. And it's like, fine. There's the 3rd land. Do we have Always Watching? Yep. The opponent's at 11, jeez. So, do I want to cast my Avacyn here? I don't think so. Nothing bad is going to happen to me. Oh, that's good. I wonder if I want to... No, I don't want to fire it off yet. Wow, this hand's getting better and better. My opponent is in bad spot. And I think this turn I'll probably fire off my Avacyn. I would like to take down that Thalia's Lieutenant. And if I hit another Dromoka's command, I can just put my opponent on a 2-turn clock, which is nice. Can't really wipe his board. Certainly bad news for my opponent. I have to imagine he's just completely dead here. So I have a few different options. I think actually what I want to do is just make him sack an enchantment and have my Avacyn... Oh wait, I can actually just kill everything, can I? Oh, we are doing it. We are so doing it. Yeah. What if there's any chance my opponent has Stasis Snare? Stasis Snare would blow me out. Like, super hard. Not sure if I want to risk everything on Stasis Snare. Alright. We will be afraid of the Stasis Snare. Just this once. My Thraben Inspector is just going to be a sacrifice. And basically what I'm planning on doing here is making my opponent sack an enchantment and have my Thraben Inspector fight, I don't know, his Thalia's Lieutenant. So my Thraben Inspector will obviously die in the fight. And when Always Watching gone, all of his creatures reduce to 3 toughness or less. Meaning that when my Avacyn flips, it's just going to be just complete and utter blowout. God, Avacyn's so much fun. And I could attack with the other creatures to, like, force my opponent to have some blocks. But I could get blown out by Stasis Snare, so... I'm choosing to play around that. And so this is just Blowout City. I mean, if my opponent doesn't have Stasis Snare, this just wipes his board. So this is a little bit more conservative than an all-out attack, but it's just going to win me the game just the same. Sure, you can draw a card. I wonder if my opponent will just concede here. It's like impossible for him to rebuild, in my opinion. I mean, he can make his Kytheon indestructible. About all he can do. My Tireless Tracker doesn't die. Yeah, I mean, look at this board. And on top of that, I have the Ojutai's command. Well, that works. Not much I can do about that. I think I'm fine, though. I mean, my opponent has to play a blocker. Oh! Well, alright. So... I could just Ojutai's command back a Knight of the White Orchid. I would have to hit one of my other 3 Dromoka's command to make it lethal. I think that's fine though. We'll put him on a 1-turn clock. Really do have it all. Well, I actually only have 1 source of green mana. It's kind of crazy. I don't know what my opponent would have. He needs like plains, planar outburst. And we did it! Sick.